wanted to do a quick review. Like I wanted to give you guys a review of what Houston is actually saying about the show. So if you guys are going to the show, you guys can know what to expect, right? Like this isn't really going to be spoilers, but this is going to be a review of the Houston show. There are reviews up of the Minneapolis show if you guys want to actually go ahead and take a look at that. But this is coming directly from the Houston Chronicle, so I kind of wanted to take some time talk about that. So if you're going to the show and you want to know and you want to kind of get a little bit of a understanding of what to expect, here's what you can expect going to the next dates. Kendrick Lamar and SZA bring giant bugs and soulful energy to Grand National Tour in Houston. And here's a couple of clips from that show, which we can see they didn't deviate too much from even some of the style choices. So a lot of people that are thinking that, and a lot of people were saying this to me in my chat, which we haven't gotten to the middle of the tour or anything like that. A lot of people were saying, if you think that Kendrick isn't going to change everything about the show on every date, then you're mistaken. And I'm not saying that they can't change everything on every show to make it a special show for every date. I just don't think it's very likely. It's not very smart. It's very cost ineffective to do a show that way where you're changing everything. How can you even prepare for a show like that? So I'm saying that to say, what up, YouTube Unfolded? What's up, gang? I'm saying that to say you shouldn't expect to go to this show and see a vastly different show than the clips that you're seeing. You're probably going to see some subtle differences, which we're going to get into in just a minute. But you're probably going to see some subtle differences in the show, but nothing major. The overall show is the overall show. So if you're watching clips and you're seeing things, then know that you're kind of doing it to yourself. I know that the experience is going to be the experience is going to be different once you get there. I can't wait till Tuesday in Atlanta. I'm going to let everyone know how it is. Shay, take some clips, take some videos. Hey, yo, shout out to almost 200 likes in this stream, though. Y'all showing up today. I like that. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. The magnetic push-pull of Kendrick Lamar and SZA, along with the giant bugs and an Anita Baker sample, kept the Wednesday night crowd wrapped for 2.5 hours during the second stop on the Grand National Tour in Houston. So I've heard 50 songs has been what they've been performing, about 50 songs. 2.5 hours and 50 songs, that's really good. That's really good. 50 songs in 2.5 hours, you're getting out in under 3 hours. Some shows can take it over. Some shows can take it over 3-4 hours and you're not getting a full performance. But it seems like everything is packed in and they're giving you a full show. Now, I did see or I did hear that they're not doing a lot of stuff from other projects. Well, I can't say stuff from other projects. I think I seen some people saying, yo, where's N95? Where's some other stuff? My allergies are going crazy, guys, so my eyes are itching. They're not performing a lot of some of those songs that people are looking to hear. So I think you should just go with an open mind, and whatever they give you, just you're gonna love it. The co-headlining extravaganza drew a diverse crowd to the NRG Stadium, from tweens to 30 and 40 somethings and beyond, bridging the gap. So you're getting tweens who are in between teen and adulthood to full-on adults, to people in their 40s and probably even, older than that, which is amazing to have a show where you can have that level of diversity, right? And I say that because when you go to other concerts or you see some other concerts, you see one demographic. You either see all men or all women or all a certain age group. You know what I'm saying? You think about an artist like Uzi or an artist like Playboi Carti. You're probably not going to see a lot of older people at a show like that. You're going to see a certain group of people, and that's going to be it. So I think you can expect to go and not feel like, oh, I'm the oldest person here, or damn, I'm the youngest person here. You're going to see a wide group of people. Sup, crew? What up, gang? Hit that sub button if you guys haven't done it, man. I really appreciate you guys pulling up and hanging out with me, man. If you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, if you guys are enjoying my commentary on this topic, we're going to continue to do this. probably for every night of the show. We're going to continue to do something like this. Where are we? Some showed up hours before the gates opened and waited in the rain to secure prime spots on the floor in the energy general admission area. So if you want to sit on if you're sitting at the floor, there doesn't seem to be seating. If you're going to be in the floor area of the show, there's not going to be any assigned seating. So you probably want to get there really early. That's what it seems like, because you're not going to get good spots if you get there late. General admission area. Earlier in the day, SZA also debuted her Not Beauty lip collection in a pop-up. Hey! So I haven't heard anybody talk about that, right? Like, I haven't heard anybody talk about that. If you guys, or if anyone is interested in her new line, I've never heard of this. SZA also debuted her Not Beauty lip collection. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys probably want to get there a little early so you guys can get to the pop-up and get you guys some of that new line, which I haven't heard anybody talk about yet. What up, Burr? Let's see. Earlier in the day, SZA also debuted her Not Beauty lip collection in a pop-up outside the stadium and showed up in person to interact and take pic. Wait a minute. Let's look at that. You want a chance to meet SZA? Pull up to the show early. Earlier in the day, SZA also debuted her Not Beauty lip collection in a pop-up outside the stadium and showed up in person to interact and take photos with fans. I'm not saying other artists don't do that. Yes, there are videos. Thank you. I definitely want to see that. There's not a lot of artists that are doing things like this, man. You got a lot of these artists trying to be super mysterious and pretend like they don't really care about their fans, but it seems like they are showing up and showing out. Mustard, the Grammy-winning producer of Not Like Us, hyped the crowd up with a DJ set that included classic party anthems like by To That Ice Chains. Wait, To That La Chains. I'm Different. My bad. Juvenile, Back That Ass Up, and Ludacris, Move. He also included Bun B's Get Throwed as a nod to Houston. Lamar opened the 50-plus song set. I'm not going to go into all of that. Shout out to my dog, Chip Osorio, for the $5 donation, gang. He says, imagine Kendrick fans creating fake ads to claim Drake's show was canceled. The Canadian fans are really not for the culture. They really not, bro. But just imagine if it was the other way around, how that would look. So y'all got several different So they have several different badges of shame to wear and carry, is creating fake narratives about the show not being sold out and being tied up in a lawsuit. So I'm not going to go super deep into the show because I don't want to kill that vibe for y'all. Here's some of the images of the big bugs that they're talking about coming out on stage. If you guys can see that there, looks like some really good images that they caught too. Yeah, I'm not going to go super deep into it. I don't want to ruin it for anybody because they're not showing all of this, but there's some of it. I'll go into this though. The insect theme culminated during Saturn as she rose into the air out of a long dress meant to look like a cocoon. As it fell to the floor, she flew even higher on a pair of butterfly wings. Lamar's performances were often mini tour de forces, the double shot of Euphoria and Hey Now. So he's performing a lot of things together, like I said, which is why they're doing 50 songs in 2.5 hours. We heard that acapella swimming pool. We heard that that segued into Mad City, featuring a clever sample of Anita Baker's Sweet Love. A lot of people have been talking about that portion. The Anita Baker blend mix with that Mad City. A lot of people have been talking about that too. He danced across the long table during Dodger Blue with dancers seated along its length, evoking the Last Supper. Ooh, that sounds like that's gonna be fire. So, like I said, spoilers, man. I said that beforehand. If you guys are going to the show, I do want to kind of give you guys an update. If you guys are not going to the show, at least you guys can get a little bit more information on it. Evoking the Last Supper. DNA was a marvel of technology and timing. I'm not going to go into any more than that. TV Off was a late set jolt of energy, only to be outdone by Not Like Us, which we've heard and seen very different, a lot of different iterations of film regarding that. The scathing Drake diss track still feels like a dagger to the heart, amplified by the Worry humor in Lamar's delivery. SZA returned for a final bow that included Luther, right? Currently the #1 song in the country for a 9th week, and Grand National album closer, Gloria. It was the perfect midnight storm. So it looks like they got out of there about midnight. So that's a little look at what you can expect throughout this show. Like I said, I want to do this for each city if we can, kind of go into more of a journalistic view and maybe what the city is feeling about it, because the city is not gonna lie. They're gonna be like, bro, that was trash. It was ass. Never bring that show back to Houston, or they're gonna tell you it was amazing and kind of give you some really good insight into that as well. All right, man. So we got to get into another topic here.